something that we use basically to increase the wealth of others. And the reason why it's so easily done is because of our self-image that we have, the identity problem.
Yes.
Yeah, that Imam Muhammad addressed many years ago. And I was thinking to myself, this sister, I saw a sister I went to school with, Sister Natalie Muhammad, Sister Natalie Muhammad. And she's actually had to leave because she was on her way to school, but her daughter's an adult now. I didn't know she was in college. And forgive me, I'm not even going to try to say the science that she studied, but it has something to do with like
anesthesia.
What was it?
Anesthesia.
Anesthesia. I don't know.
No, it's not. Not her daughter.
Dietetics. Oh, not her daughter. I don't know.
Her daughter is studying something. She told me it has to do with the history of the human being, and also with,
anthropology.
like anthropology, but it was something more, something like that. It was more to it than that. Anthropology. So it immediately came to my mind. I said, when I was watching a program and I saw the Sphinx. And I visited as a young man, and it was one of the most impressive things you could ever see is Egypt.
Yes.
And, the thousands of some they say may even go back tens of thousands of years. Those images of it was during a time of imagery. The language was images, pictures, and paintings. But they developed a really complex language that allowed them to go to, high level of society and really advance in technology. The technology was well advanced and for its time in the world. So I see those images. They're African American images.
Yes.
Many people see King Tut all the time in the big gold face, and you had this image of what you think of Egypt. Most people see King Tut. I was watching the program, and then they showed his mother, a picture of his mother. She had a nappy afro and a very broad nose. I said, that looked different from that gold monument that I saw. And then they knocked all the African features off of most of the things, and I'm a witness to that. Even the biggest of the monuments, and there's no way you can do justice to describe it. It's just overwhelming. You can't drive down any street downtown and look at the skyscrapers and the monument and put you in the awe that Egypt. So if anybody ever gets the opportunity to visit a place like that, it's a real blessing. So on a lighter note, I was...
Kinesiology.
Is that what she said? Was she out there or something? How you know that? Her mother? Kinesiology, I never even heard of it. I'm going to go back and look. But it has to do with the human and also like the earth, too, the history, the study. So I said to myself, they take paintings, and painting is an art. In the artist's hand, that's almost something that you can't duplicate, only the hand of the artist. But they restore those, and they actually paint over them and bring them back to the original look. I said to myself, why can't you put the nose back on the Sphinx? That ain't going to take nothing from it. It's art. Think about stuff like that. That's just the way my mind works. Then some people will say, well, because it takes away from I guess, the history. When did the history start? If it's possibly 10,000 years old, it started a long time ago. How do you know that they didn't restore, something else didn't fall?
That's right.
How do you know it hadn't been restored or retouched a million times? What would happen if something happened, some damage or erosion happened to Mount Rushmore? What's the president? That'd be fixed in 5 minutes. I'm sure. Right. So I wonder about things like that. I said, they retouch those paintings. Then you say, well, okay. Well, a lot of the ancient Roman things haven't been restored, and it's because they want to preserve that history the way it is. And I said, I can't think of too many things other than a few statues, and I think they have like a David or something, the arm is missing. And we've been so trained to believe that's the way it's supposed to look that we accept it.
Yes, sir.
But their noses ain't all knocked. A nose is a nose. A nose has a real significance.
Yep.
And the reason why is because if African American people had one thing, if we had one thing that will make our back straighten up and make us walk and stand with pride and speak with confidence, it's a huge threat to the powers that be. You know, and that's the situation that us as a civilized society, we're going to have to deal with that. You know, and we're going to have to find a way where the society and the world accepts African Americans identifying with something that's bigger than themselves as individuals, because we have African American presidents. So
that's right.
We'll never be the same again. We'll
That's
change
right.
people.
A
lot of us are still ignorant and think we should still walk with our head down and don't have much hope. But Imam Muhammad, if you saw his face or he could hear his expression before the president was even elected into the office, you'd think he saw a whole new people just appear on this earth and replace this old, worn-out African American that doesn't want to do anything for himself, just vanish and be replaced with this new people, just because of that. And I could go on and on. I could be wrong. Maybe something wrong with my taste buds. I'm joking. What is white chocolate? You can't eat that chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate. Everyone with white chocolate. I'm going to do that one day. I never did. I said I'm going to do a blind taste test. I'm going to close my eyes until somebody give me white chocolate, and I'm going to see if it tastes like chocolate. I love chocolate. Chocolate is delicious. And most of us look like chocolate. But that was something. Anything positive to associate with the African American people would help build us and develop us and unify us on a positive note. And that's what we should look for, things that are positive in the life of us as a people, and hold on to those things and get rid of all of that baggage, all of the negativity. That's what we did as the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
We rejected all of the negative and held on to the positive.
That's right.
But we would double cross with the doctrine of the nation, the ideology of the Nation of Islam, and we were given something that was disguised as a good, clean drink of water, but it was dirty.
Yes, sir.
It was actually poison, and for many people, it poisoned them and destroyed them completely.
That's right.
But we have that burden off of us now. So I think I have a lot of hope for us as a people in the future, but the way it's going to be done, the change is going to happen, is going to have to happen one person at a time, and through things like this collective buying, New Africa networking. We trust everybody except for our own. Even gambling. You know, I know we don't have that spirit. A lot of us older. But, I'd love to see us stand out in front of the gambling places or cut them off before they go to spend their money on their lottery ticket and ask them what are they putting in collectively for business, for their future. Most of us we don't even have the seed in us as a people to even be attracted to that. Why should I be attracted to that, something that I'm going to have to build, and then I'm going to have to trust, which is something I don't need to do. I don't have to trust nobody to pick up a check and cash it at the bank. So we got to stop accepting the slavery, the chains of slavery that we're being offered freely, and we're putting the shackles on ourselves and just going in line with the rest of the slaves.
Yes, sir.
And accepting to be paid in check. That's all it is. That's all it is. And corruption, accepting corruption. We have to stop that. We have to have higher, raise our morals. You know, and they criticize people outside of our race that's not from our background. They criticize us for being immoral or corrupt, but we have to use our intelligence, you know, and not follow ignorant people and corrupt people, and analyze it and be more rational. And this community is an excellent example of what decent human and moral life and the behavior of the balanced behavior of a human being. You know, there's so many extremes that we deal with in our culture. You know,
that's right.
And we should stop accepting that we're portrayed in these extremes, and these influences are just being, our children are being bombarded with all of these negative extremes and influences, you know. So it's time that we that we make a difference. You know, I'm talking to a crowd that most of you all have raised your children, and I'm hoping that some younger people maybe hear this, have raised your children, that we need to be more involved in the planning of the future of our communities. I don't have the definition in front of me, but Imam Muhammad spoke of forming an intelligentsia.
Yes.
And if you look up the definition of intelligentsia, it's right on point as far as what African American people all over the world should have in order to preserve and to keep and to protect a good future.
Yes.
Of us as a people.
Yes.
And to see what influences are coming in and what ideas and what things are good, what things are healthy.
That's right.
And what things are unhealthy for us as a people. And alhamdulillah, we're here. Allah has proven to us that He doesn't plan on letting us down or us going away anywhere. That all opportunities for us to really improve our conditions are here. And I hope we give the brother support.
Yes.
And we not be envious and not look at something as a competition, and think about all the money that you waste, and that it's not a gamble when you set forth to do something that you think is going to improve your situation in the future. So, you know, I pray that the community, our community at large, would start looking to itself instead of outside influences, waiting for, we still have a problem, a lot of us, waiting for the Caucasian or the world to tell us, even their Caucasian brothers, you know, they might not like me saying that, but when I see a lot of the immigrant Muslim brothers that we cherish their knowledge and their friendship and their opinion so much, that it almost takes us back. It takes me way back, you know, just different dress and clothes. When you look at them old movies, Negro coming off the plantation, skinning, smiling, and grinning and trying to impress the white man. You're doing the same thing, just in a modern dress. And, you know, you're trying to speak as much Arabic as you can get under your belt. You're training yourself so that you can impress him, and he's not impressed.
That's right.
No, they're not impressed.
Outside.
They're not impressed. They just say, well, you're not going to do nothing with your life, I'll take you, come on. You know, I don't mind having a couple of slaves that I can use and exploit, you know, and they might not think it is exploiting. They may think that they're helping you, you know. But we know more than anybody, the only help that we're going to ever really get is going to have to come from us. Yeah, nobody can carry us. We were slaves. We were put down lower than any creature on the earth. So we can't find salvation outside of our own group, that we have to come up together. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, and that's what Imam Deen Mohammed taught us, that as a people, that we were brought down all together, that we're going to have to come up all together. So it's the only way. So we have to stop accepting people that are, I don't know what they are, agents, or they're just ignorant or arrogant, or I think they're just lazy minds and lazy spirits when they give up on our collective effort, and they say, well, I got this going and this is bigger than that.
They need treatment.
Yeah. As far as the leadership, some of them, a lot of people have big eyes and little U's, you know, and they want to be in leadership.
Yes, sir.
I echo what my father said. I want to see us come together. Doesn't matter if we do it as the mosque cares. Try it. Let it be the failure like a try.
Yes, sir.
Try it, come together, and fear Allah. If you fear Allah, then you have the strength to do it. And if Allah is with you, then the people will come with you.
Allah
will come with you.
Yes, sir.
You know, if we see somebody doing something good for our people and they